have familiarized you probable condition, that is condition type 1 first. Today I'm going to teach you improbable condition, condition second. Before starting our class, I would like to sing a pop song to you. Do you like pop songs? I know that all of you are loving pop songs, but the problem is that I'm not as a good singer, but this song is very relevant to our class. That is why, therefore, I would like to sing it for you. Please be patient. I'm not going to sing the full song, first few lines of the song. Are you ready to listen my song? Shall I start? Be patient. If I were a rich man, ya-be-do-be-do-be-do-be-do-be-do-be-do-be-dum. All day long I would be-de-be-de-be-de-ban. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Ya-be-do-be-do-be-do-be-do-be-do-be-do-be-dum. If I were a wealthy man, if I were a rich man, ya-be-do-be-do-be-do-be-do-be-do-be-do-be-dum. All day long I would be-de-be-de-bam. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Ya-be-do-be-do-be-do-be-do-be-do-be-do-be-dum. If I were a wealthy man. Bowing to you for your patience. My dear friends, this song, if you want to listen this full song, you just type "fiddler on the roof, if I were a rich man" in a YouTube. You will get the full song. The peculiarity of this song is that if I feel depressed, I will listen this song. It energizes me. Such a wonderful song it is. The peculiarity of the song is that the stable keeper, the main character is a stable keeper. That means one who keeps horse. Stable keeper imagining if he was a rich man, if he was a rich man, how he would construct his house, how he would behave, and how his wife would behave. In that way, he was conveying his imagination to us. That's the peculiarity of this thing. When you listen the whole song, you will get a lot of improbable condition in the end, up to the end of this song. There are a lot of subtitles are there. Therefore, you can understand the words too. I am requesting to you, please find out that song in the YouTube and listen it before or at the end of the class. You will definitely, I'm sure that you will definitely enjoy the song. Now, I'm requesting to you that I am going to show you some live examples from my life. If I were a bird, I could communicate to them. If I were a flower, I could spread fragrance around us. If I were a bird, I could communicate to them. If I were a flower, I could spread fragrance around you. Okay, now let us go back to our lesson, the race. If Tarun didn't fall, he could win the race. If I were in the spectator's stand, I could encourage Tarun. If Ramnaran trained Tarun, he could win the race. Okay, now you might have got some idea of this type of condition. Yes, this condition we use to convey our imagination. This is called improbable condition. Can you give some examples for improbable condition? Yes, you do. You are interesting. Your example is very interesting. Yes, if I were a god, I would withdraw all the COVID virus from the world. Interesting sentence. Very nice. Very nice. Yes, if I were in your position, I would apologize teacher. I will apologize to teacher for my mischief. If I were in his position, I would apologize the teacher for the mischief. If he acted like this, the teacher would punish him. Okay, they are correct. Yes. Now it's apt time to describe the structure of improbable condition. You might have got slight idea about the structure of if clause and main clause. In the if clause, if I were a rich man, I plus verb 2. What we are using? Subject plus verb 2 is simple past tense. If clause is in some simple past tense. If Ramnarayan trained Tarun, he would win the race. That main clause is in just right past form of modal auxiliaries like would, should, could plus verb 1. If Ramnarayan trained Tarun, he could win the race. If I were in the spectator's stand, I could encourage Tarun. If Tarun didn't fall, did plus fall, fell. Okay. If Tarun didn't fall, he could win the race. Now you got the structure condition. If clause is in simple past tense, main clause is in would, could, should plus verb 1. Just remember that. Then you can construct sentences having the expression of improbable condition. Got the idea? My dear friends, now it's up time to compare the probable condition we learnt and improbable condition. What's the structural difference between probable condition and improbable condition? In which context we will use probable condition, in which context we use improbable condition. Let us analyze the structural difference between probable condition and improbable condition. In probable condition, we learned that if clause is in simple present tense, main clause is in simple future tense. If you come with me, I will buy a piece of sweet to you. We use in Tarun didn't fall. If Tarun didn't fall, he could win the race. If Ramnarayan trained Tarun, simple past tense, Ramnarayan subject, trained verb 2. If Ramnarayan trained Tarun, he could win the race. Now you understood the structural difference between probable condition and improbable condition. Now we will think about at what context we use probable condition, at what context we will use improbable condition. Probable condition, there are chance to happen that event. If you come with me, I will buy a piece of sweet to you. There is chance to happen that probability. That's why it's called probable. In that context, we have to use probable conditional clause type first. In the case of improbable condition, we are exclusively using that expression for conveying our imagination. Okay, my dear friends, before concluding my lesson, I would like to give some assignments. Here it is very easy to write assignments because human beings are living most of their time in imagination. You can imagine. You convey your imagination to others.
If I were a bird, I could communicate to them. If I were a flower, I could spread fragrance around you.
If I were a film actor, I could act in a dance scene. If I were a good singer, I could sing a good song for you, but I am not a good singer. That's why you learned a raw song at the beginning of our class. Okay, my dear friends, now you got idea about improbable condition, that is condition to convey imagination. Now you write 10 sentences, 10 expressions to convey your imagination. Okay, now I'm requesting to you, but shall I give one more big assignment? Not so much big, but you have learned the story The Race. You know very well that character Tarun. I'm requesting to you, if you were in Tarun's position, what would you do? Change the story. If you were in Tarun's position, analyze the structure. If you are imagining, you were in Tarun's position, what would you do? Just like write a small narrative and show to your teacher and get corrected. Here I am, winding up my class. Next time I come with you, impossible condition type 3. Until then, goodbye, thank you, take care.